Have you ever noticed that the moment people stop trying to prove they're rich, their bank accounts start quietly proving it for them? It's strange, almost ironic, that the real growth of your net worth begins when the need to display it fades away. For years, we've been told to look successful, to play the part, to buy the right car, wear the right watch, take the right vacation pictures. Because somewhere deep down, we believed success had to be visible to be real. But that illusion, that constant chase for validation, is the very thing silently draining our financial strength. You see, showing off wealth is like trying to fill a bucket that has a hole in it. The more you pour in, the faster it leaks out. And here's the truth nobody talks about on YouTube or anywhere else. People who quietly grow rich don't think in terms of image. They think in terms of optionality. They want freedom, not applause. They want time, not attention. They want peace, not performance. When you finally stop caring what others think, money stops being a mirror and starts being a tool. It's the moment you stop renting the illusion of success and start owning your reality. I've met people who earn $5,000 a month and live better, freer lives than those earning $50,000 because the first group stopped playing the performance game. They aren't chasing approval. They're chasing independence. It's funny how quietly this transformation happens. One day you realize that the people who once impressed you with their cars, their clothes, their vacations, aren't actually free. They're exhausted. They're paying monthly subscriptions for an identity. They're financially suffocating under the pressure of looking like they're doing well. Meanwhile, the quiet ones, the ones who don't post much, who don't brag, who drive the same car for 10 years, those are the ones accumulating assets, not debts. They're not rich because they're stingy. They're rich because they don't leak energy trying to look like something. Every dollar they save goes to work, instead of going to waste. The world tells you to spend so people notice you. But the real game is to save so you notice how much control you have. It's like taking off a costume you didn't realize you were wearing. The first time you stop showing off, it feels strange. Quiet, empty even. No one's clapping. No one's watching. But that silence is your freedom forming. That's your money beginning to breathe. Here's the catch. The more you show, the more you owe. Flashy spending isn't about enjoyment. It's about proving. And every time you try to prove something, you pay twice. Once with money, and once with peace of mind. Have you ever seen someone buy a luxury car, then immediately post it online with a caption like, "Hard work pays off"? That's not pride. That's validation seeking. It's a cry for recognition wrapped in a picture of success. And it's addictive. You buy more, to feel more, to look more. And before you know it, your financial future is chained to your ego. The price of your pride becomes the prison for your progress. When you stop showing off, the first thing that happens is psychological detox. You start asking questions you never asked before. Why do I need this? Who am I trying to impress? What's the actual value? That's when clarity comes in. You start realizing how much unnecessary noise was controlling your wallet. Every brand, every ad, every influencer is trying to make you feel like you're behind, like you need to upgrade your life to match theirs. But the truth? You don't need to upgrade anything. You just need to unsubscribe from illusions. You start to see how marketing plays the long game, not to make you feel rich, but to make you feel inadequate. They want you to crave status, because craving status keeps you buying. It keeps you broke. Meanwhile, true wealth is quiet, boring even. It's not about excitement. It's about stability. It's about having the calm confidence to walk past temptation because you know what matters more. You realize the car you drive doesn't define you. Your discipline does. The clothes you wear don't reflect success. Your consistency does. And your net worth doesn't grow because you earn more. It grows because you leak less. That's the paradox that no flashy Instagram reel will ever show you. But here's where it gets interesting. When you stop showing off, people stop underestimating you. They stop expecting you to live up to an image, and suddenly your goals become personal again. You start playing the long-term game. Your savings account starts getting heavier, not because you made more, but because you stopped letting your ego spend first. Money saved isn't just money. It's potential energy. It's what allows you to say no when you need to. It's what buys you time to think, breathe, rest. It's what lets you walk away from bad jobs, bad deals, or bad people. That's what rich people really have. Not things, but leverage. And leverage is built in silence. Think about this. When you're showing off, you're actually performing for people who don't care. They scroll, they like, they move on. You invest emotionally in an audience that doesn't even remember your name. But when you keep your wins private, your growth becomes sacred. You stop feeding the algorithm and start feeding your future. You start tracking your progress, not your popularity. You stop counting likes and start counting assets. That's when you notice something strange. Your net worth begins to compound faster, because the money you're not spending to impress others starts multiplying. And when money multiplies quietly, the results become visible loudly. Years later, when it actually matters. Let's be honest, it's not easy. In a world built on comparison, being invisible feels uncomfortable. You'll feel left out. You'll feel like you're not keeping up. But keeping up with who? People faking lifestyles on credit cards? People living in rented apartments with leased cars and borrowed luxury? You start realizing how absurd the show really is. The people you're trying to impress are too busy trying to impress someone else. It's a circle of insecurity. You break free from that circle when you realize that wealth is not a look. It's a position. You don't need to prove you're winning when you know the game you're playing. The irony is, when you stop trying to look rich, you start doing the things that actually make you rich. You invest more. You plan more. You sleep better. You're not chasing approval, so your decisions become cleaner. You stop reacting and start building. You start buying assets instead of accessories. You start reading books instead of brands. You start learning skills instead of trends. And slowly your habits start stacking. That's when the compounding kicks in. You start to see the invisible growth, the kind you can't post, but you can feel. The peace of paying your bills without stress. The satisfaction of knowing you own your time. That's what real wealth looks like. Calm, quiet, unbothered. And the more your mindset shifts, the more people around you notice. They might even call you boring, stingy, too serious, but that's fine. Let them talk. You're not supposed to look rich. You're supposed to become rich. And becoming rich doesn't come from performance. It comes from patience. The people who laugh at your old phone or your basic car won't be there when you retire early or buy property outright. They'll still be chasing applause while you'll be chasing sunsets. Here's the truth most people never accept. Money doesn't like noise. It grows in silence. It multiplies in discipline. It rewards the humble, not the flashy. When you stop showing off, your entire psychology changes. Your attention shifts from external validation to internal progress. You start valuing privacy. You start protecting your goals. You stop talking about your moves before you make them. You stop comparing your timeline with someone else's. You become patient. And patience is the currency of the rich. Every investment grows slower than you expect, and then all at once. That's how your wealth will grow too. Quietly, then suddenly. Somewhere along the way, you'll realize that wealth was never about buying freedom. It was about becoming free. Free from validation, free from insecurity, free from the pressure to perform. The day you stop showing off is the day your money finally starts listening to you. It starts working for you, not against you. Your spending becomes strategic. Your priorities become clear. Your goals become long-term. And that's when your net worth starts to move faster. Not because you got lucky, but because you got intentional. And maybe, years from now, you'll look back and smile at how small those early flexes felt. You'll laugh at the times you thought a brand or a post defined you. Because by then, you'll understand something most people never will. That the richest version of you isn't the one who shows it. It's the one who doesn't need to. The one who sits in silence, calm, unbothered, watching the world chase the same illusion you quietly walked away from. That's when you'll realize your net worth didn't grow because you earned more. It grew because you finally stopped performing and started living.